Good evening. Please, may I know your name?
Yeah, my name is Joel Asongwe.
Okay, we are on Manunga Studio and we are actually involved in videotaping African diaspora programs. We would like to know what is that particular thing you can remember from the conference. Actually, what in particular have you learned? And we just like to get your impressions.
Okay, from my own personal point of view, from the conference, the personal experiences of those who got businesses already, and how they came about this point, how they succeeded, and the worries they had, the troubles they had, has inspired me a lot. And a lot of questions they have asked have made me to ask the same kind of questions. And hopefully tomorrow I'm going to be in that their position tomorrow. Definitely, it has motivated me. And from this conference today, I'm thinking differently. I'm not thinking like it's ready to go before, but I'm thinking in a different dimension.
Okay, I want to thank you immensely for your time and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. We are in Manunga Studio and we would like to know what is your name and
My name is Miranda Ben.
Okay, I would like to know how have the programs of today look like. I don't know what in particular have you learned and what are you going home with, the home message?
Well, actually I'm going home with a lot, but what I definitely summarized already when I came about this conference is we are only confined by the walls we build around ourselves. If you have a dream, you have to start, and you have to start today. This conference just gives us that today to use and start, because a lot of us get comfortable as Africans in whatever we do. We don't try to reach out. We have a dream, but it dies in us. So don't remain confined in those walls. Go ahead, make that first step. You can only live in today. You cannot live in yesterday. You cannot live in tomorrow. Today is the present. That's why it's a gift for us. It's the present. So start today. If you want to be your own boss, you want to create your own dreams, you have a plan, go ahead.
And okay, I know there are some other Cameroonian brothers and sisters who are not attending this conference. And what do you like to say to them? What advice would you like to give to them?
Well, actually, for those who couldn't make it, maybe they were restrained because of time, or they have babies. If they didn't know about daycare today, that could make the women stay at home. But I always say, let's wash, clean, and still come to conferences. Let's take care of our husbands, our kids, but still make it to conferences. Because we need to shape. It's their future. They are the leaders of tomorrow. So for those who couldn't make it today, I'm reaching out to you right now to say, I'm a mom. I've got a career, but I could make it here today with many other women, and we're saying, come to join us as we network together. We can only make it if we work together. So join us, talk to your friends who were here today, and it was a very successful forum today. So once more, the Shessons, they nailed it.
Yeah, I want to thank you immensely for your time, and Manunga Studio will continue to broadcast such programs and to enable others, maybe those who didn't participate can get to watch and know what actually took place here, and probably will be coming next time because it's really very interesting here, and I see all smiles, all faces around here. Thank you once more and have a nice day.
My pleasure. Have fun. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, here is Manunga Studio. I would like to know what is your name?
My name is
Nekwi. Okay, thanks a lot. I would like to ask you, what is that particular thing you've learned from this gathering today? And I saw you singing and you sang very well. Yeah, and I would like to know what message are you carrying home from this conference today?
I did not see the whole conference, but from what I saw that we have to be involving the African children that are here. We have to try to organize in a way that even me, that when I'm not in school, that can organize a group of children like people in my age to help younger children in school and some African children whose parents can render to help them, cannot help them. So we have to for that.
Okay. It's like you're actually in the organizing committee, right? Yeah. So this is actually the 5th anniversary
I'm not really the
of Shesa. But did you last year? Were you there?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. And how can you compare the organization this year with respect to the previous time you attended?
I think both organized, as a both of them were well organized. It's both different. Both were well organized. Everybody did their best.
Okay.
To support this.
Okay. I would like to thank you immensely for your time you spent at Manuga Studio. It's actually saying have a nice day and hopefully see you next time. Hello. Yeah. Here is Manuga Studio. And I would like to know what is your name?
Okay, my name is Akanji Sanju.
Okay. You've attended this gathering today and
I was taking care of the children. I wasn't really in the seminar, though I would have loved to be there, but I would have really loved to know what was going on, what they were talking about.
yeah, did you attend the seminar last year?
No, I've not been in Germany for long.
Okay. But with the number of people who turned out here, is it encouraging? Are you happy with the atmosphere? Yeah.
First of all, why? Because they were really punctual, they were really on time. You know, the Cameroonians, they are always like, but I think the fact that we are here, you know, they are really time conscious, and then the amount of people too, it was really encouraging. I think it was really encouraging.
Yeah, and you get to make more friends and so many people.
Yeah, I get to meet new people, discover new things, and then everything was really good.
Okay, I would like to thank you for your time and see you next time.
Okay.
Good evening. Yeah, here is Manuga Studio, and we've always been involved in getting videotapes on such African diaspora programs here. And first of all, we'd like to know what is your name? Yeah.
Oui, je me nomme Paul Happy.
Okay.
Je réside à Dortmund.
Okay. And we saw so many interesting programs today. And actually, we would like to know what is that particular thing you're carrying back home from this conference? What have you actually learned? And also, what are your impressions about the organization, you know?
Bon, l'organisation en tant que telle, elle a été très bien faite, ça veut dire grosso modo, ça a été vraiment très bien organisé. Et ce que je prends en fait comme truc de la soirée, peut-être au niveau du débat, ce qui était là par rapport à comment être soi-même son patron, c'est un thème qui est très important et que je pense, à mon humble avis, que beaucoup de monde à la diaspora doivent penser dans ce sens, au sens d'aller en fait, de créer des emplois pour pouvoir être soi-même son patron.
Oui. Si je comprends, il y a certaines personnes qui n'étaient pas là aujourd'hui et qu'est-ce que vous pouvez leur dire?
Bon, je ne peux pas en fait me mettre dans leur personnalité et savoir pourquoi ils n'étaient pas là. Mais tout ce que je pourrais dire, c'est qu'ils ont vraiment une occasion d'apprendre beaucoup. Oui. Ouais, c'est tout ce que je pourrais leur dire. Et je vais dire en fait qu'à la prochaine session, qu'ils doivent être là. Okay. Parce qu'avec ces champs de
Ok, merci beaucoup pour votre temps et bonne soirée. Hello. Manuga Studio, and I would like to know what is your name?
Oh, my name is Faisin Boniface. I'm a veterinary doctor, and I'm a Shesa of the batch of 89. And I was former, I'm the ex-president I'm the ex-president of SG5.
Yeah, and we saw so many programs today going on and so many smiles on faces around. Yeah, I would like to know what is your impression and overall.
Well, where there's information, there's wealth. I think I'm going back very wealthy, a very wealthy man today, because the things we discuss are the realities in life we face today here, and I'm so attendant because it's displacing Cameroonians, Africans to come for a forum or a seminar. That is something that is not easy. And with this amount of people, until we had no space, that was adding. I'm positively impressed, and I hope we will keep to it, because where there's information, there's wealth, and he who has information has wealth.
Yeah. And I know there are so many things that were being discussed today. I would like to know, what is that particular thing you remember or you really carry on? Going home, you have something you really got that touched you in particular from this conference.
Yeah, what touched me in particular was the idea of the younger generation. One lady tried to put the difficulties in schools, the academic difficulties, how to help our children who were born here, who are not as mentally strong as us who migrated inside here. That is a point that, for me, it's the future. Germany is no more a place where we transit. We are now resident here in Germany. That's why you have some of us as medical doctors, or veterinary doctors, or engineers, or in all good walks of life. So it means that we have to start seeing on how we could do, as a father of 2 kids, how these kids will be able to integrate into this society and become successful. Because the danger is, if the children don't succeed, we might be a ghetto here. The children may end up in streets, and we may have a fair society. And that is what I, as a black, as an African, would not like to see. Okay. And that's what I'm taking home.
Okay. I want to thank you once more for your time, and I wish you a happy day, happy weekend, and maybe as the activities are going to continue tomorrow, we'll get a talk and an overall assessment again at the end of the day. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Manunga Studio, good evening.
Good evening, thank you.
Yeah, I would like to know your name, please.
I'm August Nonge of batch 1993 in Sacred Heart College, an ex-student also participating in this 5th anniversary event.
Wow, that is great. Yeah,
thank you.
You actually schooled in Sacred Heart College, and wow. It's been so impressive today. I mean, from the atmosphere and the turnout, we saw so many people, so many smiles on their faces. I would like to know, how can you assess this gathering today? Is it better than last year, or are there some particular things that are really of interest to you and you're learning from?
Well, I would say it was a very successful seminar comparatively to 2 years back when we did the Jubilee. The turnout today was really massive, and I'm really impressive of what we could experience today with those who came traveling from far and near. And it was a very informative seminar, or I would say it's a symposium, because we could learn so many things from others. We could learn from those who are on the field. We could get the practical information. It's just unfortunate for those who could not be there, but I hope they are able to have a video to watch to know what we could gather as information, as knowledge today and carry back home. So what I can only say is, it doesn't make any sense if we keep on talking. We've talked, we've learned a lot. Now it is our place to see how we can work on it, to get this practically done, to see how we can help our country back home and other African nations. Yeah. I'm really pleased I was part of this seminar today.
Yeah, so many things were being talked along this program, and what is that particular thing you're carrying back home? What is that message that touched you and you probably like want to share, because there are some people who couldn't make it here probably because they didn't know about this, or maybe for one or more reasons, you know. So what message are you giving to them?
Well, the message I will give to those who could not make it, there's one thing I picked out particularly, and that was the aspect that we Africans, we're a little bit too reserved. We have to go out, exploit the world. We've got a lot of potentials which we have to use. And I think that's a message I have to carry through. You don't lose anything in asking, but you gain something in asking. So that is something I can feel to take back home or to bring back forward to those who could not make it here. So that was one of the great things I could learn today. Thank you.
Okay, I want to thank you once more for the time, and I wish you a very nice day. And hopefully tomorrow, as the activities continue, I may get a talk with you at the end of the program so you could assess. Once more, thanks a lot and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good evening. Here is Manunga Studio. I would like to know what is your name, and I saw you also in the organization doing so many things up and down. What role you play in the organization?
Okay, thanks to Manunga Studio for giving me this opportunity to express myself. My name is Sake Fokop, and I'm currently the acting president of SG5 Germany. Actually, I hold the position of vice president, but because the vice president is unavailable, I have to take in the position as acting president. So that's my position in SG5.
Okay. We saw so many people smiling all through the gathering here, and would like to know what is your overall assessment?
My overall assessment, let me summarize in one word: overwhelmed. Because out of experience in Germany, it's not easy to pull a crowd of Africans, especially when it has to do with discussions on diaspora development. It's not easy. So the massive turnout during this occasion is just a proof that things are changing. There is a conscience revolution which is taking place. It's just a sign to show that we the members of the diaspora, African diaspora in Germany, we can do more. We can cooperate, we can do networking, we can advance. But it's important that we talk with each other. It's important we talk to each other. It's important that we communicate with each other. And this meeting is just a sign that we can do it. And it's an initial step. We should continue in the same light. So that's my opinion about the whole gathering.
Yeah, we saw a good number of invitees who came in from different regions, some from the UK and other places here in Germany. And there's really enlightening people about so many things. I would like to know what is that particular thing that you're carrying home that really, you got from this seminar, something that really impressed you, a message you added up and you're going home with.
Well, the thing which touched me a lot is to know that we Africans, we are capable. We are capable. That's the message, the most important message which I got from this seminar. We begin to realize that we count, that Africa counts. The Europeans know Africa counts for the future. The Indians know Africa counts for the future. Americans know. Even the Chinese know. But the problem is only we Africans we don't know. Or maybe he's talking about Africa in general. Let me say we Cameroonians who are not still aware of the fact that we count. So this forum gives us the impression that has given me the impression that there is more we can offer and more we can get if only we start communicating, networking and working with each other.
And the last question, I guess there are so many people that didn't know about this and probably would love to have taken part in this. So what message are you giving to these people, those who couldn't make it today for 1 or 2 reasons.
Well, for those who couldn't make it, I know we have so many obligations to meet in Germany. But for those who couldn't make it, I would like to encourage you the next time we have such a seminar, please trying to squeeze some time in your busy schedule to attend such a seminar, because there's so much we can learn from each other. Just like today, I mean, we had a group of panelists, experts, and what they gave us, the feedback, what we got from them. Normally, in other organizations or in other companies, you have to pay for such information. Here we're getting it for free. So please, for those of you who missed this occasion, if we organize an occasion the next time, or maybe not us, it may be another association, maybe Sovant or Pemexa or EXA, the students of Seka Baptist, if they organize such forums, please do attend, because it's high time that we of the diaspora start communicating with each other. We should make a network, because it's only through networking that we can advance. The Turks have proved it, the Chinese have proved it, the Americans have proved it, so why can't we? So please, for all of you who couldn't attend the next time, please attend.
Yeah, it's usually said, united we stand, divided we fall. So I want to personally thank you for all your time you've spoken here, and I wish to actually encourage you more to. I like the way you work out the programs, and I'm really very impressed. Even though I'm not I didn't school in Sacred Heart, but I really admire the programs. And I know tomorrow we got so many other activities that will be taking place. And at the end of the activities, I would love once more to get your assessment, and maybe in reference to the previous years. So thanks a lot once more, and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you for having me, for giving this opportunity to talk to Manuga Studios, because Manuga Studio is becoming a platform through which Shesak can broadcast his message and broadcast his face. So thank you, Manuga Studio, for giving me this interview.
You're welcome. Manuga Studio, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
You hear me?
You are the president of SOBA, that is
SOBA Foundation.
SOBA Foundations, and which actually established itself here so many years back.
Yeah, 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
11 years, that is more than a decade.
Yes.
And it's actually like a foundation for the upcoming CESA. Yeah. And I would like to know overall, what is your assessment? The programs taking place here, there were all smiles on faces, and what actually is different this year from last year? How can we actually differentiate these 2 years?
I think the most important thing is the Shetsans have actually taken a topic that is interesting, which could connect with the people, be your own boss. And so people like to listen to things to take them forward. And I'm very happy because the resonance was really great, and we had a very great attendance here. And I think the connection that the Shetsans share also with us has made it also possible that we can use our synergies, and I'm very happy because we can see that partnerships are building.
Yeah, and are this partnership open to all other, there are several Cameroonians from different associations, like from Presbyterian schools, Baptist schools, and so many others. Is it open? Can they take part in such diaspora?
Actually, when I talk about partnership, it's not kind of like an official partnership. It's still at an official level. I mean, we try to like Sobans, having pioneered most of these activities, and we see that Shetsans are coming up. We really need to encourage them, and the fact that we are encouraging them, they're actually doing very well. And the fact that we join them and try to encourage the activities, we're actually building these synergies. And if others see this, and they will see the need for us to actually partner together, because it can only be a win-win situation for us all.
Yeah, we saw so many smiles on people's faces today, and so many things were being spoken of. from the invitees we had coming all along from the UK and far away, distance from here. And I would like to know, what are those things you're carrying back home, those things that actually touch you?
If I tell you that I'm carrying a few things home, and I'll be telling you, like, there are a lot of things that I can carry home, and I'll go back home and really try to assess them. But the important thing I'm taking back home is people are now listening, people are talking. And before people used to say, oh, people normally say Cameroonians talk a lot. I repeated it as I said today. Yes, so what? We talk a lot. By talking, we learn to know things that we didn't know. By talking, we tend to understand the system more. We tend to understand our common problems, the difficulties we have. And if action is taken, then we must have made a very positive step forward.
Yeah, I know so many people didn't make it for this gathering today, probably because they are not informed. And what would you like to tell them? What encouragements are you giving?
I think I need to still encourage sessions to continue to do that. It's just the beginning. And many people need to understand that there is movement before they join the bandwagon. The beginning is always difficult, but they've done it very well. And I think that when this resonance goes out through information, through using social media and so forth, and posting these videos on the net, if the topics could be, if the information that the speakers give out there to reach the people, then they want to come next time and listen to that. So even the Sober Foundation conference is coming up also in August, and then we are going to continue some discussions there, and these discussions will be continuing in the years to come. We'll make them Sobans, we'll do them, other associations will do them, and then if all of us continue to understand that these discussions are bringing positive change, and I think everyone will join the bandwagon.
Okay. I want to thank you immensely for your time, and Manunga Studio is really very pleased to have interviewed you, and we're hoping that tomorrow, as other activities are going on, we'll come back to you at the end of the day to get the overall assessment. Thank you once more, and have a nice day.
I want to thank you very much and say thumbs up for the sessions. You're doing a very good job. Thank you for making this day a perfect day.
Thank you. Manunga Studio, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I actually saw you, ma'am, you were giving a lot of talks, and these talks, many smiles on faces around, and it was really very, very impressive. I would like to know what message are you giving out to those who couldn't make it, because there are so many people out there, even in Germany, who couldn't make it here, but they are actually dining with their problems. They have nowhere to go to. What can we say to them as we go along?
Well, actually, the most important thing is if you have a problem, you always have to look for a solution. Each individual knows that if you have a problem and you seek your problem, the problem is not going to solve itself. So there are institutions, there are places where you can go to look for information. But the problem is a lot of people, they are so passive. They think they will have to sit at home and somebody will come in their home and solve their problems, so it will never happen. So the thing is, what we are trying to do here is empowerment, mental empowerment. To tell them you have to go out and look for means to solve your problems.
Wow. And we saw the magazines you've been writing, and it's quite impressive. And I, for one, had never known about that because I just came into Germany about 7 months ago. And we really want to thank you for the talk. And we really pray that God blesses you, and with time you keep actually enlightening us, the young ones who are coming into Germany, so that we can, at the end of the day, help those who are back in Cameroon, as well as helping ourselves and actually developing our community. Because we find out that we are quite missing in a lot of aspects around us. At times we lack confidence even in our own self. So we actually want to thank you for the talk you gave, and it was really impressive.
Thank you very much for the interview.
Manunga Studio, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. I actually saw you, ma'am, at the high table today. You were giving very good talks about the way us Africans have to carry on life here in Europe and how we can actually come out from our shells and actually acknowledge that we have something within us which we can move. We don't need to be discouraged. We need to believe in ourselves the more. I would like to know, there are so many people who couldn't make it here today, probably because they had no information about this diaspora. What are you telling them? What message can we tell these people so that they learn at least, even though they didn't make it?
Well, thank you very much. I mean, for those that actually could not make it here, I would really say they missed a lot. But it's just the beginning of new and bigger things that have to come, probably because they didn't have the invitation, like you said. The thing is, we're just starting, our sessions is teaching us that we have to start networking together. And I really enjoyed it because I learned a lot, and I also could share my experience with the others. Because like for us Africans that are just, like the third wave of immigrants into Germany, we're still facing a lot of difficulties. Some they have to work on weekends, and some they're facing a lot of challenges. So, but I know and I'm confident that it is a start, and everybody will also get into it. And what I really learned and what really impressed me was that everybody that was there really enjoyed the conference because we talked about things that are our own. It's not like other conferences where we go and we see foreigners or non-Africans talk about us, but we are able to tell our stories as authentic as it is. And that is already an advantage, a step that we're taking to say that we're taking responsibility for the development of Africa, for the development of our community, and for the development of Cameroon. So I think it is a new wave that is coming now. We learned from the brothers in the UK, in the USA. They also had to start from somewhere. And so the Africans in Germany are gathering together every year, taking responsibility to say, no, we don't want to be workers, we want to be bosses, we want to be entrepreneurs, we want to start our own business and share our visions and express ourselves the way we want it.
Yeah, and there are so many people who will be wondering how to get in touch with you. Is there any means? You made mention of a website. Could you still talk about it so people can get there and get more information and probably get to attend more of such programs, such enriching programs?
Oh yes, before I started again, my name is Susan Eni Tata. I'm the CEO and founder of Africa Festival Tübingen. International Africa Festival Tübingen. This 2013 edition is taking place on the 8th to the 11th of August in Tübingen City. And this event is different from the others because we focus and we're dedicating it to the African diaspora worldwide. We already have programs like Business and Social Forum focus on Ghana. This is just like what we did today. We have a huge market. We have arts and culture where we express and promote our children and our music and whatever. And people, the diaspora is coming worldwide. We're expecting at least 100,000 Africans to be on this program. Last year we had about 30,000. If you want to know more about it or you're curious, just visit www.africafestival.net. You will get us, or just Google Africa Festival Tübingen. It is the largest and the fastest growing diaspora Africa festival in Europe.
Wow. I want to thank you once more, ma'am, for the time, for the talks today, and we should say it was actually very enriching to attend such a program. And we want to thank you for the initiative you're bringing out, to bring people out of their shell, to believe more in themselves, and so that we can actually develop our own community.
I want to thank you especially like the people that are taking message on the air, because we can have stories, we can do our things, but without you like journalists, without you like photographers to put us, to express our ideas in this kind of social media, people would not know us. And I especially want to thank Shesan Germany for giving me this great opportunity, for opening an eyes to us, and I'll always be there. But I will see you guys in Tübingen, 8 to the 11th of August 2013. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.